Hey guys, Advice 101 episode 2 I think we are on. Today we're going to be talking about stress. How to beat stress. If you watched my yesterday's video, you see that I mentioned this topic because last week I wrote a blog on this same topic. So I wanted to do a video on this so I could post the video on the actual blog, and that way, you know, some people learn better from videos, some people read better, so that way both options are out there. So anyway, stress. We all have it. There's no way to get around it. Stress is evil. Stress conquers our lives if we let it. But why let it? You know, there are so many ways to beat stress. And here are just, you know, I have 5 tips today. I'm gonna give you 5 tips that I use myself, that I recommend to people that have stress too, and this will totally help you out. So, you know, stress number 1, and wait a second, before we cover stress, you know, before we cover that, let's cover why stress is so bad. There's been many studies on stress and how it affects the body, and all the studies are pretty much come out negative. You know, there's nothing good about stress. Not one single thing is good about stress. It's terrible for a person, and it can affect how long you live. I mean, it can cause heart attacks. I mean, it can cause all sorts of problems with the body, and it can also keep you away from conquering your goals. If you're always stressed out, you're going to be annoyed, and you're just going to be in a bad mood, and you won't be able to focus 100% on your goals. So, self-diagnose yourself right now. Do you have any of these issues right now? Are you constantly negative? Are you having trouble enjoying the little things in life? Are you gaining or losing weight without intention? So are you automatically losing weight right now if you're not trying to? Or are you gaining like obnoxious amounts of weight without trying to? Trouble sleeping at night, that's a big one. If you can't sleep at night, chances are you are stressed. Acting annoyed all day. If you are just, you know, constantly little things just annoy you, you're stressed. Mood swings, that's a big one. Loss of libido, very important one, and it's, yeah. Getting sick more often. Again, stress, and much more. So, all these bad things come from stress, and if you have stress, we all have stress, but how severe is your stress? Is it something that you really need to focus on to get better, or is it just, you know, normal life stress? Because I can give you all the tips in the world. There is no way you're never going to have any stress. You're going to have stress sometimes. But I can give you some tips, 5 tips today, that are going to help you. Tip number 1 is get more sleep. Sleep is honestly number 1 on this list because it is the thing that matters most. If you're tired all the time, that's gonna, you know, lead into other issues, and you're gonna be annoyed, and that's gonna, you know, cause you to not be able to focus on your work, and all that just, it adds up, and it builds upon more stress. If there's one thing, you know, that annoys me, it's when I don't get a good night's sleep. Usually I go to bed at like 12 and wake up at 7. That's a good night's sleep for me. But if I like go to bed like at say 1 or something and wake up at like 6, that day is hell. I mean, I'm just tired, I can't focus, nothing's right. I recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And on the weekends, if you work during the week, I'm gonna be the one that says the opposite of what everybody else says. Everybody else says, you know, wake up at the same time each day. I actually advise differently. I advise you to wake up same time or close to the same time each day during the week, and then on the weekends, sleep in. Make up that sleep. I know people will say don't do that because it messes you up. Honestly, I have felt the best when I have made up that sleep over the weekend. And some people say you can't make up sleep. Just try it out. It's going to be one of those things that works for some people and it doesn't work for others. So tip number 1, get more sleep. Tip number 2, start every morning and night thinking of your blessings. Now, I know not everybody out there is religious. I'm very religious, but I know not everybody else is out there. But it's very important, if you're religious or not, to just be thankful for your blessings. You know, when you wake up in the morning, every single morning, tell yourself, what are you thankful for? You know, for me, I wake up in the morning and I'm thankful for the bed I sleep in, my roof that covers my head. I'm not homeless. I've got a great car. I've got a good job. I have a great body. My health is great. My metabolism is good. I'm a fit guy. All these things are blessings. I have really nice teeth. All these things are blessings that I tell myself over and over throughout the day, morning and night mainly, but anytime I start to feel, negative, I remind myself of those blessings because it can relieve stress almost instantly. If you're feeling really stressed out, take a deep breath, sit back and think, I've got this great house, I've got this great car, I've got a good family, and all of a sudden, you start to think positive thoughts. And when you start thinking positive thoughts, that rubs off on the next positive thing and builds off the next positive thing. And there you go. You've created a kinetic positive chain that will keep adding on. And that kinetic chain will keep going throughout the day, keeping you in a positive mood, relieving stress. So I recommend, every morning and every night, just think of your blessings. And don't just think of them, say them out loud. It's a big difference between when you think of something. I can think of all the things I want, but until I say it out loud or write it down, it's not out there. And until it's out there, it doesn't become real. So tip number 2, start every morning and night thinking of your blessings. Tip number 3, laugh. It's so simple. Laugh. Comedy. Be funny. If you're a funny guy, be funny. Don't be afraid to, just joke around. If you're at a job where you can joke around with people, make some jokes. Make the workplace that you work in more fun to work in with the people you work in. The place I work in, the people around me at work are awesome, and we have tons of fun. We tell jokes all day and stuff, and it's just a good time. And that just puts you in a good mood to work harder. So laughing, it's so simple. If you have trouble, if you're not very funny and stuff, you have trouble in your hard sense of humor, watch a funny movie. There's always movies out there, and I know not very many funny movies out right now, but there's a couple, and just whatever makes you feel good and makes you laugh a little bit. It makes all the difference in the world. If you're feeling stressed out, try it. Laugh. I'm telling you, it'll make you feel so much better. Tip number 4, make time for yourself. Whatever that may be. Everybody, I recommend having time for themselves and not work all the time. I've kind of talked about this in yesterday's blog video, but it's every night, I work during the day at my day job, and then I work out at home. That's time to myself, but that's also a hobby, and that's also something I dedicate myself to. So that's not fully time to myself. Then I have some dinner, and then I do work from 9 o'clock to 10:30. 10:30 is when my time to myself starts. I can watch Netflix, I can play video games, all the way till 12 o'clock. So 10:30 to 12 o'clock every night is whatever I want to do. And that just sets me up for the next day. I can go to bed, watching Netflix or, playing video games or, playing guitar if I want to play guitar, anything. But I schedule that time every single night. There's not one night that I don't. And also, on the weekends, I unplug. I not unplug from everything. I might shoot a blog here and there on the weekends on Saturday. Sunday is complete rest day. Even God rested on the 7th day, and I'm a big believer on stopping everything on Sunday and doing no work at all. I don't work out on Sundays. I don't work my business on Sundays. I don't do any design work. I totally do whatever I want on Sundays. So if I want to do design work, if I truly want to, just work on something fun, designing, I'll do it. But I'm not going to do any work. Anything I get paid for is on Sundays, I don't do. I save all of my stuff I do for the week. Mainly Monday through Friday. I get all my work done. Sometimes I'm up on Friday till 3 a.m., getting work done. So I can enjoy the weekend. But you have to do what you got to do, but you also have to make time for yourself. And so important, guys. Make time for yourself. Tip number 5. If you've watched my workout videos, you already know what the tip is. It's workout. It's train. There is nothing in the world that makes you feel better than having a solid training session. I just finished an amazing chest and arms workout a few hours ago, and it's the pump that gets you just feeling awesome. It's the endorphin rush. If you had a stressful day at work or people annoyed you, you take that out on the weights and you just feel amazing when you're done. And I can remember back in high school when I didn't work out all the time, when I didn't work out every day. I don't work out every day, but you get what I'm saying. I work out a lot more than what I used to. And I can remember those days when I didn't do that all the time. And it rubs off on you. My mind went other places. I got into bad habits, did bad things. And that just causes more stress. Train. If you don't enjoy workouts, There's so much different workouts out there. There's a workout, honestly, for everybody out there. I mean, there's powerlifting, bodybuilding, you know, yoga, running, walking, any physical activity out there at all. Even playing basketball or doing a sport of any type, that's all physical activity. You don't have to lift weights, even though I highly recommend it. You don't have to. You know, find your physical activity that you really enjoy, that you can make time for each day, or at least, you know, 4 to 5 days a week, and just do that. It'll make you feel so much better. So there you go, guys. 5 tips. To sum it up, get more sleep, remember your blessings, laugh, make time for yourself, and work out. 5 simple tips. Put them to use. See if that helps. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any other tips I didn't mention, put them in the comments. I'm always curious to know ways other people handle life stress, because there's, you know, stress affects everybody. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. 4 videos coming every week. We'll see you next time.